Join me as I dive deep into the world of love bombing and see if I can uncover whether it's really just a harmless gesture or a sneaky form of emotional manipulation. Love bombing is a term that's been gaining traction in discussions about emotional manipulation, and it's about time we explored it further. At its core, love bombing is an intense, over-the-top display of affection, usually at the beginning of a relationship. It can manifest in many ways, from excessive texting and calling to lavish gifts and grand romantic gestures. When love bombing enters the picture, unhealthy relationship dynamics can quickly emerge. For the recipient, it can be overwhelming and even suffocating. Imagine being bombarded with constant messages, surprise visits, and extravagant surprises, all designed to win your heart. At first, it might feel amazing, but as time goes on, it can start to feel like a full-time job, with the expectation of reciprocating the same level of intensity. This can lead to feelings of guilt, anxiety, and even fear of abandonment if the recipient doesn't respond in kind. The recipient might start to doubt their own feelings, wondering if they're truly invested in the relationship or just caught up in the whirlwind romance. They may begin to lose their sense of identity as their partner tries to consume their every waking moment. It's like being swept up in a tornado, leaving them disoriented and vulnerable. Building upon this, love bombing can create an unhealthy power dynamic, where the giver of affection holds all the control. They get to dictate the tempo of the relationship, while the recipient is left trying to keep up. It's like being on a never-ending roller coaster, with no safety net in sight. Let's take a deeper dive into the characteristics of love bombing and its psychological impact. Love bombing often involves idealization, where the giver places their partner on a pedestal, making them feel like they're the only person who's ever mattered. This can be incredibly flattering, but it's also a major red flag, as it's an unrealistic expectation that no one can sustain. It's like being put under a microscope, with every move scrutinized and analyzed. Love bombing also involves a sense of ownership, where the giver tries to dictate how their partner should feel, think, and behave. They might make grand declarations of love, claiming to know exactly what the recipient wants and needs. This can be incredibly suffocating, as the recipient begins to lose their autonomy and independence. In contrast, genuine affection is about mutual respect, trust, and communication. It's about taking the time to get to know someone, to understand their boundaries, and to respect their individuality. Love bombing, on the other hand, is about control, manipulation, and a desire for validation. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, hoping that the recipient will conform to the giver's expectations. So, how can we recognize love bombing and understand its manipulative nature in relationships? The key is to pay attention to the patterns and the motivations behind them. If someone is consistently trying to sweep you off your feet, but not taking the time to listen to your needs or respect your boundaries, that's a major red flag. It's like being in a relationship with a hurricane, where the other person is always the center of attention, and you're just along for the ride. Recognizing love bombing is crucial, as it allows us to take a step back and reevaluate the dynamics of our relationships. It's like shining a light on the dark corners of our partner's behavior, revealing the underlying motivations that drive their actions. By being aware of love bombing, we can avoid getting caught up in the whirlwind romance, and instead focus on building a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and communication. In today's video, we've explored the world of love bombing, from its potential to create unhealthy relationship dynamics to its manipulative nature. Remember, awareness is key when it comes to recognizing love bombing and building healthy, fulfilling relationships. What are your thoughts on love bombing? Have you experienced it in a past relationship, or know someone who has? Share your stories and insights in the comments below, and be sure to check out my related videos for more insights on emotional manipulation and healthy relationships.